Hi everyone, Nigel Saunders here. Today's video is about a lot of different elements all coming together. Some luck, some determination, friends, everything coming together to create a tree. Out in British Columbia, Canada, there's a tall tree that was saved from logging called Big Lonely Doug. A Big Lonely Doug is a giant Douglas fir tree that was saved from logging, and I think it's the second tallest tree in all of Canada. I've always wanted to create a bonsai version of Big Lonely Doug, and I had the idea in my mind years ago, and it just disappeared in thought. In the next few videos, I'll take you through the process of how I started my Big Lonely Doug bonsai tree. My friend Leszek, who lives in Alberta, delivered me my trees today here in the bonsai zone. Today is rainy, foggy, warm, perfect temperature and perfect conditions for planting trees. I've got the trees in the greenhouse and I'm hoping to get them in pots either today or tomorrow. My creation of a Big Lonely Doug bonsai tree started this summer when I got an email from Harley from the Walrus magazine, and he had watched my videos and he wanted to bring a tree to work on and also do an article on me for the magazine. Harley had mentioned that he had written his first book and it was called Big Lonely Doug, and he asked me if I had ever heard of the tree, and of course I had. I said I have a whole folder on my computer with pictures of Big Lonely Doug. I told Harley that I had always wanted to create a bonsai version of Big Lonely Doug, and I thought, well, I couldn't find any Douglas firs anywhere in Ontario here at any of the nurseries. So I thought, well, I have my friend Leszek who lives out in Alberta. Maybe he can ship some trees to me in the mail. I emailed Leszek and asked him if it's possible to send some Douglas fir trees this way. And he said, well, I can do one better. I'm coming down to visit you on Thanksgiving. Harley was nice enough to send me an autographed copy of his book. I'll put the link to the book in the description below. It's a fantastic book. Lots of reading, pictures, worth getting. I was very lucky that Leszek could collect the trees. They had snow, so all the trees were frozen in the ground. And then they had a thaw and he went out and collected the trees. And then the next week, they were under this much snow again.
So these are the fir trees.
Yeah.
Big Dougs.
So, yeah.
This is very exciting.
Yeah, it's actually, you know what, you'll be, Nigel, first of all, I hope that these trees survive the whole collection process.
Yeah.
Because I got them about a week and a half ago.
Here's the Douglas firs.
Yeah.
Fit in a suitcase.
Fit in a suitcase.
So where were these collected from, Leszek?
So actually, the collection, there were three places, right? Like the biggest ones collected in Alberta foothills, and Alberta has, yeah. So Alberta has what they call, hi Laura.
Don't let me forget to give you your gift before you leave.
They are called public land use zones,
okay,
where they are designated to be used by people for different activities, recreation, hunting, and one of them is actually collecting. So you're allowed, with the proper permit, you're actually allowed to collect up to 25, they call it transplants.
Okay.
On a permit costs $5,
yeah,
right? You know, so easy, right? You know, obviously you don't go in the parks to collect and that, you know, but as long as you're at the public use zones, you're good. The cones, I just picked them up on literally on the roadside, right? Just kind of along Trans-Canada Highway, right? Yeah. You know, there's this big grove of fir trees, and these here, top is here. Let me just kind of rip it all apart.
So what would be the closest city to where you collected these?
Calgary.
Calgary.
Yeah, yeah, it's just it's just west of Calgary.
Okay.
And I've got those little guys, and this is actually from my property in BC. Yeah, so I've got two huge fir trees that are kind of sitting on the bordering the property, and those are the couple of volunteer seedlings that.
Wow.
Yeah, I knew that you'd probably like these two.
And you can tell they're Douglas firs, I read, because they have the pointy little.
The buds are actually, they are conical. Like it's almost perfect geometrical cone, rather than kind of fat and like kind of roundish. Yeah, that's right. So anyway,
and the needles are flatter on the branches.
The needles
rather
are flatter
than
on
round.
the branches. Now you will see that couple of those trees that I got there, right? They must be hybrids.
Okay.
Between the Doug and the and balsam fir.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, right? Because they kind of started off, at the bottom branches have those flattened kind of needles, Douglas, and then they start kind of curling up and be roundish in the end of that, right? So,
Well, that's nature, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So let's
Okay.
Let's take it.
Bring them over here.
Yeah.
We can put them on the table here. Are you okay carrying that?
Oh yeah, it's not heavy. So now what happened, Nigel, is that so I brought them home, right? And right away I put them in the bags.
Yeah.
With the perlite.
Okay.
Right. And they sat there, for a couple of days. And I think that unfortunately they froze a little bit. What do you want to do?
You just put them right up there. Is that gonna get wet or? I can take them out.
Yeah, if we can. Yeah.
Okay.
I just don't want to make a huge mess. Like this is basically throwaway suitcase, right? We got an old one. So anyway.
Wow.
So there's the little guys.
They're really packaged well.
Yeah, no kidding, eh? Yeah.
Look at that.
Kind of have a little bit of a folic appearance, but
there you go. The little seedlings are over here. Wow. There, you just can't get them around here, eh?
No, you can't. Yeah, and like I was telling you, I started looking into them. You cannot get them in the nursery either.
No,
because I guess
why is that?
What's attraction, right? They are so common there in the mountains. Yeah. So I guess
it would be like selling Manitoba maples.
Absolutely, yeah, and that's the same. I think it's the same scenario, right? So let's just take a look at the cones there, because I checked as I was picking them, and I was checking for whether they were viable.
There's a seed, isn't it?
Oh yeah,
I think I did.
See, I'm not sure now. Oh my God, you know what? Let's just check.
I'll let them dry out. And they'll open up.
Because I just wanted to. I know that one of them I definitely. Oh, maybe it's like an older one. There were definitely seeds in them.
Okay.
But oh, there it is. Oh my God, they are just disguised a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, I'll pull one out, right? So we can all see what they look like. Yeah. Oh my God.
How this little seed can become one of the biggest trees in Canada.
Absolutely.
Eh?
Yeah. Oh, here it is.
Amazing?
There it is.
Look at that.
Yeah. So it has a little winglet to it, right? So that's why they're kind of hiding there, right? So, but anyway, that's where it is. So I'll put it back in the bag here.
Yeah.
So it's.
We'll plant them.
Yeah. You're gonna have a huge forest, right?
I'll keep them protected in the winter. I'll put them in the basement down here.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're as cold hardy as.
Yeah, I'd say. You know what? Now, as far as the chances of survival, I think that the little ones here, you should have no problem, right? Because these were, I put them in my garage, when I brought them home from BC, right? Yeah. So, and they, I just dug them up in the chunk of soil that they were garden soil that they were growing in, right? Okay. So, I think that they should be fine.
Okay.
It's kind of a good, right? Look at that, already. Yeah.
That's cool.
Right. So that's unmistakably Doug.
Yep.
Now the big one. Is that as well? Oh, okay. The small one is, I think that, let me just see. Yeah.
I've never seen trees packaged like this before.
Yeah. This is making sure that they will actually get to the destination in
one piece.
Exactly. Yeah. You know what I did? I ordered some trees from actually what do you call it? Nursery where they mail stuff out, right? And that was in Quebec.
Oh yeah.
And
Seeds or
no trees, you know, bare
okay.
roots and that, right? So
look at the little needles in those ones.
yeah. So see, this is the one that I'm thinking it might be like a hybrid a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Because see if you look at it, right, those are slightly different needles. Mind you, you go towards you know where they right, so see towards the end of the branch, right, and they are kind of flatter.
Oh yeah.
And see the bud shape.
Yeah.
That's that for sure, right? But
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Maybe it's the mountain conditions or
Yeah.
something. Or
okay, so now I'll just show you.
I know a lot of trees change depending on where they're growing and what conditions.
Yeah, absolutely. Now
I know a lot of people collect mountain trees and they bring them home and
they start
fertilize and water them properly, and they just
Nigel,
needle size.
You should have seen.
quadruples.
Yeah, I've had that happen to me actually on the to have this little nice spruce tree.
Yeah.
I'm kidding you not. Needles from mountains were like this, right?
Yeah.
2 years in captivity, like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So basically, this is probably what they say the best media, right, for keeping the
Okay. Let's
the
see.
freshly collected trees and that,
Perlite
and a
yeah.
little bit. There's a tiny bit of turfus in there.
Yeah.
I think I just threw in like a handful of the organic
Yeah.
matter. I've got like some kind of well rotted pine needles, and just for a good measure
That's
in that, right?
perfect,
But
isn't it?
yeah, in terms of, well, let's just hope that that it's gonna work for you, right?
Well, we'll plant them, put them lots of soil around them, keep them protected in the winter, and
yeah,
that's all we can do.
yeah, exactly. Just hope for the best.
This is like Christmas.
Yeah, earlier I was, you know what? The funny you mentioned this. I was, as I was driving here, I'm thinking that's an early Christmas. You know, we got except you got 5 Christmas trees, right?
5 Christmas trees.
They might not be the nicest ones, of
Well,
the
they
lot,
use these
right?
for Christmas trees a lot, don't they?
Yeah, yes, they
It's
do.
a common
yeah.
Christmas
yeah,
tree.
Yeah, the Douglas, not the sorry, the balsam fir is
Okay,
right.
the
Yeah,
balsam fir.
because it has this, those really nice soft needles, right? You don't
Yeah.
get, you don't get stabbed repeatedly like you do with how we call it.
And they're very aromatic too, aren't they?
They are very aromatic, yes.
Yeah.
And like much easier to handle than the how you call them, than spruces, right?
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, let me just see how I did this. Yeah. Yeah. And amazing what 2 rolls of tape, right? And yeah.
It is amazing.
Yeah. But yeah. So anyway.
So have you ever gone to see the Cathedral Grove or anything in British Columbia?
No, it's it's very far.
Is
right?
it?
Yeah. Oh, it's
Right at the coast. Isn't
it's
it?
right at the coast and that, right? So again, it's like the Canadian West is vast in terms of
Yeah.
size, right? So even drive down the Trans-Canada Highway from Calgary to Vancouver is a day.
Yeah.
It's like a 9 hours drive, right? And you're only in Vancouver. Not to mention the areas further up in that, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like
Well, my daughter's in Thunder Bay, and
oh, there
if you look on the map,
yeah,
Ontario just keeps going.
Absolutely.
It's like Thunder Bay's
yeah.
nothing, but it's still 17 or 18 hour drive away.
Nigel, yeah. When I was moving to Calgary, right? So I went with Mike went with me, right?
Did
so
he?
yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah. We had the U-Haul. We were hauling my car on the trailer,
Yeah.
right? So just so we had a couple drivers. Mike said, "Yeah, I'll come with you."
Yeah.
So anyway, so it took us 2 days to get out of Ontario.
Yeah, yeah.
right.
Isn't that crazy,
It was on the day 3 when we crossed the Manitoba border,
It's
right?
crazy, I know.
Yeah. So it's size-wise, yeah. So needless
Big
to say,
country.
in order to go there and truly visit and appreciate and that, you got to make a holiday out of it, right?
Yeah.
It's you can't just hop there over for the
Right.
weekend and that, right? Now anyway, okay. So going back to the trees, Nigel, I think that this one is again this one is gonna be close to the Doug that you're looking for.
Okay.
Right.
Big lonely Doug.
Yes. Yeah. Because the needles on it. Oh my God. Who was the idiot who... Oh no, it was me packaging.
Well, I'll tell Mike I'm going to the Toronto Bonsai show 2 weekends from now.
Oh yeah?
And I'll tell him you said hi.
Yeah, absolutely. So see this one, I kind of
Oh yeah.
bent it a little bit, but
it up and
yeah, but you know what? Yeah,
That's amazing.
look at that. Very pliable this tree is, right?
So I
yeah.
can see that.
Yeah. So anyway,
Amazing.
you might have to prop it in that, right?
Yeah.
If you know,
Stake it up or something.
stake it up, you know.
Yeah.
So that's that.
Oh, that's
Now
fantastic.
this one is probably the one that has the most of the looks and the character to it,
Okay.
right? Yeah, because it has
Little-
nice mature bark and everything, right?
Yeah.
Again, the way this tree grew, it was just sitting there on the top of the rock. You know, I literally just kind of yanked on it like that, and it pulled up, you know, like a kind of like a volcano, right?
Wow.
Snip the roots. I had to reduce the root balls as much as I kind of dared, right? Just
Yeah.
for transportation, but
Yeah.
anyway. Okay, so this part here, I just want to see if they are connected. No, they aren't. So the top, yeah.
So you've brought me a lot of trees now. All those larches in my larch forest
Yeah,
were from you.
Yeah. I keep forgetting, right? Because it's been a while, but
Yeah.
oh yeah, I remember. Nigel, you know how it happened, right? Like I joined the club back in 2004, right? And
Yeah.
and it was right after. Remember, you guys used to have those shows at the Conestoga Mall,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I'm the Conestoga Mall recruit.
Yeah, I
right?
remember that.
Right?
I remember seeing you there actually.
Yeah, oh, there you go, right? So then I came to the show to the first meeting with the I think it was a lemon tree that he got at Home Depot and that, right? And you know, obviously, hey Laura, I wanted to make a bonsai out of it, you know, on the first meeting, and I got disappointed that I couldn't, and,
yeah.
right? But then you know, I stuck around, right? But remember, there was this lady, I don't remember her name now. She was telling us that if you want to get larches, you gotta go to Scotland there.
Oh yeah.
Remember? She had those nice larches. I think she was from Guelph or something.
Yeah, probably. What was her name? Baker.
Yeah. It rings the bell.
Yeah, she passed away actually.
Yeah. I think that I heard that she was kind of slowly getting, right?
Yeah.
You know, out of the.
Now slowly we're becoming the old guard in the club.
Yeah. So anyway, needless to say, I right away when I heard that, and I obviously, you know, novice, no trees and that, I went to Scotland and dug up like, you know, 1700 larches, right? And here I am,
Yeah.
right? So then I had a lot to spare, right? So see if you look at this one, right? So that.
Now this is Scotland, a city, right?
Yeah.
Not the
That's
country.
that's the little
There's
village.
a
Yeah.
cone on it.
Yeah. There you go.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah. So anyway, I don't think that it's, you know. Anyhow,
Beautiful tree.
Yeah, you'll be. But
Yeah, that's got
this
wow,
one.
look
This
at the
one.
bark and everything on
Yeah,
that.
exactly. Right. So you can do something with it. I don't know. It might not be the best representation of your
Maybe I might end up with a larch or a Douglas Fir forest.
forest. Yeah.
I'll have Big Lonely Doug before they cut all the trees down around it.
Yeah, and there that's
And this
it.
is a
Right?
tall one.
This one is it's like 4 feet, right? But anyway, this one has a lot of packaging on it, right? Because I kind of, you know how they wrap branches with raffia, right? Prior to bending. That was the same idea, right? I just thought,
Wrap
you know
it up
what? If I reinforce it enough, right?
Yeah,
Right?
that's amazing.
It might survive because this one had to be really squeezed into the.
They're breathing this Ontario air for the first time.
Yeah.
They're going, fresh air.
Yeah, they should be all right.
And it's a good misty day for them today.
Yeah. Oh, okay. And this one is again.
Oh,
this-
look at the
this is-
flat needles on that one.
That's exactly That's
Wow.
the original. That's the
Yeah.
original Doug Fir with it.
See how the needles grow almost like a U
Yeah.
with the flat branches.
Yeah. And this one, you know what? Like, if you look at those buds and that, it again, this tree. I think that I got quite a bit of roots, and from my experience,
Yeah.
of my collecting of my own, I've got couple in my garden there. They really survived collection well,
I see.
right? So anyway,
Like cedars or something, eh? They just
yeah,
little bit of root and they
yeah,
take
exactly.
off.
Yes,
Yeah.
actually, one of the so there you go, right? So one of those trees,
Look at that.
and then
Lots of low branches there. I could.
Yeah, absolutely.
Rows,
You can literally. I was thinking, that this one would be probably for your lonely dog project would be a great one.
Yeah.
If you just let it grow out, kind of, get some vigor back in that, right? But you chop it back to here, you still have viable growth, right? To kind of start rebuilding this,
Yeah.
right? Like kind of multi.
The big lonely Doug tree would be impressive as a very tall bonsai.
There you go.
The trunk up,
Absolutely.
like if it was 3 or 4 feet tall.
Yeah. So I was
It would look
thinking,
really cool.
this thing, it has a little tiny undulation in the trunk, right? But you can easily straighten it out, right?
I'll stake it.
Stake it, and also, if when it grows in kind of unimpeded environment, right?
Yeah.
It will just go straight, right? That's how they grow, right?
They all straighten up, don't they?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So there it is.
Very cool. Well, thank you very much, Leszek.
Yeah, no problem, Nigel. Now you gotta get to work and
I do.
put these babies up, right? Because I think that they are probably, just given the circumstances and that, right? They are probably. I've done the best that I could have.
Yeah.
With collecting them and given they are transported.
Yeah.
Halfway across the world and that.
I know. How many hours drive by car, or how many days would that be?
It was 4 days.
4 days.
We drove. When we were driving to Calgary, it took us 4 days.
4 days.
10 hours driving every day. Mind you, it was a U-Haul with the trailer, right?
Yeah.
So hit like northern Ontario, slowed us down and that, right? But
Amazing.
I think it was 3,400 something kilometers. I know, ridiculous, eh?
Because we can drive to Florida in 1 day from here.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, Nigel. You know what? I should actually. I think I missed my calling in life. I should be in warehousing.
I know.
/ packaging industry, right?
I've never seen trees packaged so well.
Yeah, I'd probably
This
do
is
good.
amazing.
Yeah. So anyway,
Wow.
see the shape of this thing, right? It's kind of funny looking, but it was actually the roots were growing like that, right?
Okay.
Sideways, and it was sitting on the slope and a little bit on the rock, right? So. I retained a little bit of the native soil there, right? Because who knows what's in there? Maybe mycorrhiza or something, right?
Something beneficial.
Yeah, and like I said, and then I kind of right? Put the
Tree won't feel lonely. It won't miss Alberta.
perlite around it, right? So you can see actually, yeah, good.
It's coming. See that?
Yeah.
Wow. They get some nice bark on them when they get old.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Very
So
distinct.
see,
Oh yeah.
so there's
cool.
there's a little bit of a native soil,
Yeah.
kind of heavy kind of duffy type of stuff, but it has see it should have enough viable roots so for it to survive. Yeah, so
it's got a nice root base too, doesn't it?
yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, as I said, the roots kind of they all. The only thing about them, right? Like when you let me just lean it here. So yeah, when they grow on the slope like that, right? They all tend to have roots here and then trunk come up like that.
Yeah.
Sort of like one-sided root
Yeah,
base.
they all kind of
Like that, right?
vertical,
But anyway, you're pretty good in.
Well, we'll see what we can do with them.
Yeah,
You'll see them in future videos, Leszek.
Well, it sure would be nice,
These
right?
would be your babies,
There you go, eh?
especially these little ones.
Right? I think, aren't they?
There's
Right?
something about a little tiny seedling. that just-
Yeah.
I don't know.
The thing is, though, when I looked at it, because at first when I saw those little volunteers, I'm thinking, another couple of spruces, that sprouted up. I'm gonna yank them out. But then I look at it. I look at the tip of it, right, and I'm thinking, oh my God, this is Douglas. Yeah. And it's kind of funny how this whole thing happened, right? Because we were coming to Ontario, and then I'm thinking, you know what? It's been so long, right? I should just pop in and take a look at how things are with you, and that's right.
How
And
things are in the bonsai zone.
yeah, and Nigel, and the next day you sent me an email, and I'm thinking, oh my God,
It's coincidence, isn't it?
isn't that ever, right?
Yeah.
So, but it's in terms of like the acquisition of those trees, the
Everything worked out, didn't it?
Yeah.
Weather-wise and timing and everything.
you cannot
Wow.
you just cannot get them any other way, right?
Yeah.
So
So
That's the Osage orange. That's American, right? Like southern states.
they grow into Ontario.
Okay.
Up to Lambert County is about the northern limit of
Okay,
them.
yeah.
I've seen one. I saw one at the CNE grounds many years ago. I didn't know what it was. Had a strange fruit on it.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting those. That'll be-
But anyway, so here it is. The Douglas Fir kind of collection or pre-collection or whatever. But yeah, I'm sure if there's a way of kind of making this thing work in your capable hands, Nigel,
we will try.
Yeah, these will turn into trees.
Yes.
Nice trees someday, right?
Yeah.
So,
Well, we're hoping so.
yeah. And here's
Cones and-
here's the backup plan, right?
Well, thank you very much, Leszek.
Oh, you're very welcome, Nigel. Right? My pleasure.
The golden
My
handshake.
pleasure. Yeah, anytime.
Yeah.
In part 1 of this series, I actually got the Douglas firs delivered to my doorstep. Thank you, Leszek. So the series will continue in part 2 here in the Bonsai Zone.